What's going on, everyone? Welcome to this quick hits edition of the Rob Duran podcast. We talking some NFL. Fellas, what's going on, man?
You're doing well, bro. Some big news in the NFL this week.
Super crazy weekend in the NFL.
Let me tell y'all something. If y'all don't clean y'all chicken, y'all need to do something else with y'all lives. That's what's happening in my life.
That's a fact.
Set it off fair. I'm going to say it again just because, you know what I mean? That shit got longevity. Go ahead. Talk to me, guys. What's up? How y'all been?
Very wise words. There's been a lot of food recalls as of late in this country.
That's a fact. It's not fun, but it's a great time.
Yeah, but on other news, fellas, we are 6 weeks in to the NFL season. Anything stood out for week 6 for y'all? What should we be looking at? Well, I'll go first.
Go for it.
I'm gonna be real. I thought Haciel was about to throw some insightful shit out there, so I'm like, let me wait.
I was gathering my thoughts. I think the thing. So I'm just gonna go. Sorry. The thing that stood out to me most was like the whooping that the Buccaneers gave the Saints.
You see, I knew to stay quiet.
Besides that, the Ravens and Commanders game was really close, and obviously the Jets and the Bills game was extremely close. And I hate the refs.
That game.
Yes, I was at that game. It was a really great game, like to be at, the vibe wise. Unfortunately, the refs slowed the game down a lot with all the penalties they kept calling back to back. And it was pretty cold out there. But it was great to see Aaron Rodgers throw a Hail Mary. It was great to see all of that. It was horrible to see him throw an interception to end the game. But, I think this week is going to be a bit different.
Yeah, I watched that whole game as well, and what stood out to me is Josh Allen is still in MVP form.
Yeah.
I believe it's between him and Lamar Jackson in the AFC, the front runners in an MVP race. He did some wild throw. I believe it was like on third down between like the 5 yard on his own 5 yard line to the backup.
Everyone screaming to throw it away.
Yes, Payne. I was watching the Manning cast, and Payne was like, "Throw it away." Ah, man, Josh Allen threw it back to the middle of the field, 30 to 40 yard pass, rolling to his right to the backup running back. Guy's name, I think his name is Ray. The guy's last name. I don't know if it was Ray Johnson, Ray Mercer. I don't know. Help me out, guys.
I would have guessed Davis, but that may be
Ray Davis. That sounds about right. Well, if I butchered your name, I apologize. But you had a great game.
He was
also,
running.
The Jets offense, this was probably the best they've looked since their Thursday night game that they had. Mm-hmm. That Rodgers looked very sharp. Rodgers was very, very sharp. In this game, he threw a ball that literally, I think, caught Alan Lazard in the middle of the field. Like, it went literally like the defender's back was turned. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, he just threaded the needle.
It was like the most perfect.
It can be between three bills, I think.
Yeah, like it literally grazed the dude's hip, the defender's hip. And that was just an amazing play. The Jets should be fine. We have some news on them. We'll touch base on that soon. But also, Tampa Bay, I agree with Haciel. Tampa Bay is for real, man. Tampa Bay is good. And Joe Flacco, the ageless wonder, he keeps doing it. Finds a way to do it. Those are... And of course, the Aiden Hutchinson injury was a big downer for me. We'll touch base on that later as well. We're gonna cover their game, but those were the things that kind of like stood out to me in this week.
Yeah, I think the Jets,
Cowboys ain't stand out for you guys.
No, Cowboys.
I'm sorry, Cowboys.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, the Cowboys did what they
do.
what they do from time to time. Yeah, they're
9.
yeah, that was
A
bad.
shellacking.
43-9.
I think there's the biggest game loss in decades or something like that, or ever maybe.
That was bad, dude.
Yeah.
Like, how do you let a game get out of control like that?
I was deep.
Like, once I'm losing by 21 points, I might just start running the ball just to get out of there. Like, I'm not gonna keep trying to pass because no one's catching it really or whatever, doing anything with it. I'm like, let me just run the ball and get out of here because we're not clicking. We're just gonna look dumber. We might get hurt more. I don't know. It was that game. I was happy they lost though.
To me, I don't even want to talk about the Cowboys because they suck. But to Cesar's point, like going back to the Jets game, I think the Jets offense, and maybe it's the change in play callers, going from Hackett to Downing now. They looked so much more dynamic, a lot of different motions, a lot of movement at the line of scrimmage. It was like a completely different team, I think, we were watching on offense. Brees Hall finally broke loose. Wilson continued to do what he's been doing the last few weeks. So I think that chemistry with Rodgers has finally clicked in a way that we haven't seen yet. And I'm looking forward to seeing them kind of progress. I know Cesar said we're going to talk on it later, but I'm going to bring it up now. The Davante Adams trade to the Jets, I think it's going to open the door to help that a lot more as well. And I think it's going to grow Garrett Wilson tremendously because he's going to learn from one of the best route runners that we've seen in a very long time in Davante. So what he's going to gain from just watching him and playing alongside him, but then also learning more about Rodgers through Davante Adams, I think that experience that he's going to learn is going to be tremendous for his career in general, but obviously for this season as well. And who are you going to double now?
Yeah, this makes that team a lot more unpredictable for defenses now. Now you have to pick your poison. Now you can't cheat on one side or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, scary offense to go against now. The Jets, my only complaint besides them not getting the W, was their defense needs to step up. Like, that was not the Jets defense that I'm accustomed to seeing. These dudes, they couldn't stop a nosebleed. Like this running back that I mentioned.
Oh, Ray Davis, yeah.
Yeah, he
ran hard though. He led them in rushing and receiving, the Bills.
Yeah, but he had some holes there. Like, they really need to be better in the line of scrimmage, the defensive tackles, and Quinnen Williams and all them boys. They need to do something with that, and also apply better pressure too. Like they let Josh Allen go to the outside a little bit too much.
Yeah.
There's a lot more scrambling quarterbacks that they're gonna have to go against, and these other teams are gonna have to go past if they want to make it far in the playoffs. So
they do have to play them again too. So
that's the good news. That is the good news, that they get to play them again and redeem themselves. But
I kind of, just to piggyback off of you, I kind of felt the opposite. I kind of felt like the defense played a really good game. Because it was against Josh Allen, compared to how other teams might have played him. And then obviously the kicker missed a lot of kicks, which kind of screwed them over. And then the penalties kind of screwed them over. But I think if they see him again and they have a similar game plan, I think they might come out with the win. They showed me enough to be like, all right, I think they got something here that they can work on. They could build on this loss. It's a lesson to be learned in this loss. And I think we're going to see a difference next time,
I agree. But now the Jets have somebody else they have to worry about. Amari Cooper has also been added to the Buffalo Bills squad. So Josh Allen's already been playing an MVP level. I don't know what Roberto's opinion of Josh Allen is today.
No interceptions too.
But
He has no interceptions.
0 interceptions.
That's like crazy. I didn't even know that until like earlier today.
Yep, 0 interceptions.
He's one of the most made players ever.
But that's unheard of for him. Like he always turning it over compared to Aaron Rodgers, who has like career-wise the best like touchdown interception ratio.
How about this, Roberto? Do you have him in your top 5?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta respect the man. Josh Allen, I apologize for calling you mid.
It's been 2 years coming, dude.
He took it personal.
I've been waiting for you to just say that. That's it.
I mean, to be fair, I haven't said he's a mid quarterback. I said he has mid moments throughout season.
I know what Roberto was saying.
Yeah, because there were moments where he's led, he's had 3 interceptions back-to-back weeks in recent years. He's led, spans of seasons where he's just looked absolutely terrible, losing games, throwing interceptions, leading the league in interceptions. Talent-wise, I think he's top 5. And I think he's always been top 5 talent-wise. But production-wise, through spans, he was mid.
Yeah.
This year, he must have been listening and said, you know what, I'm going to prove that Rob guy wrong. I'm not going to have any mid moments this year.
I wonder if some of that was because Diggs trying to always feed him the ball, kind of
like force feeding him.
Yeah, kind of caused a lot of those things. I wonder. I don't know.
That could be something. I mean, I believe that to be true. When you have a receiver who demands the ball or a player that demands a certain amount of attention, this and that could happen.
And then just like football politics in general. Like, I'm paying him $100 million. You got to get them catches.
Yeah.
So
the incentives and all that stuff.
Yeah. So shout out to the Bills, though.
Yeah.
They just got a big ass weapon. It's gonna be even more dangerous.
Yeah, Cooper's good.
I kind of like that they responded to the Jets trade because I think it was like maybe half hour after.
Yeah,
it was like real quick. It was like, I bet you got a receiver, I'm gonna get a weapon too. So I think that's dope because those are the 2 teams ultimately that are gonna fight for that division.
Yeah, because Miami's pretty much done.
There was a lot of rumors that the Bills were one of the favorites in landing Davante. So they could have just been right there like, oh, okay, so they got him. All right, so let's go to our next guy. So shout out to them for having a backup plan right away.
Smart.
And they got him for cheap, too.
Yeah. They got him for like, what was it? Una compra.
Was it a 6?
Una compra. Por un pan y...
That's my funny.
But let's get into these games. I went 3-1 last week.
2-2. 2-2. I went 2-2. I'm 11-13 overall.
14-10 crew right here.
Nice. I have no idea. I don't remember. I know by the end of the season, I'm gonna try to tally them up and see how I did.
All right. So the first game I wanted to, review with y'all was the Houston Texans at Green Bay Packers.
A good game.
I feel like they're so similar type teams, to be honest. Damn. Houston's at home? No, Packers are at home. I got the Packers, I think.
Packers, okay.
Yeah. Houston's really good, but I don't think they're used to playing.
CJ Stroud, dude. I didn't mention him in my recap, but that dude, eye test wise, he might be the best thrower of the football for right now.
He's disgusting in a good way.
Yeah. He might throw one of the prettiest balls in the league. I'm not gonna call him the best thrower, but the prettiest.
Well, for that reason alone, I'm gonna go Texans in this game, bro. I think he's gonna have a good game. It's gonna be a hell of a game, though.
I'm going Texans.
He's gonna have a good game.
I can't go against my team. I'm gonna go with Green Bay.
And that's why you're gonna go 3-1 again, B.
That's fine.
That's fine. I'll take the L one time.
Yeah. Nah, but
Yeah.
that's it. That's gonna be a good game. Honestly, that's a toss up for me.
Yeah.
What do you see the score looking like? Like, you think it's a big numbers on both sides, or we're looking at more like mid 20s or something like that, like 17-21 type of thing?
Yeah. Both of these teams have solid defenses, so I could see either defense making a play. Green Bay can't turn the ball over if they want any shot at winning, because that's something they need to clean up. I got it 27-24. That's how I got the game. The Packers just signed a new kicker, Brandon McManus, old Denver Bronco. I think that's a low key pickup for them. He might be big in this game.
I got it 31-28.
Okay, that's about the range I got it in.
How about you, Roberto?
I would go like a 24-21 at most. Because like Cesar said, both defenses are pretty good. Their offenses obviously are both really good, but I don't see anybody like killing anyone.
Yeah, I just have it a bit higher of a scoring game because both offenses seem like they're hot right now.
Yeah.
I think 24-27 sounds about right. So I didn't want man says on that one. But I don't think any of these scores are anything crazy. I think we're pretty strong.
All right. Now we're going to a divisional game. NFC North, the best division in football. I don't want to hear nothing. Detroit at Minnesota. 5-0 versus 4-1. Who ya got?
The Lions are really good right now. Minnesota's coming off a bye.
Lions also
But
lost Hutchinson.
yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna go Minnesota. To be honest, I think they're the real deal.
Ooh.
I think they had time to game plan. The loss of Hutchinson is gonna be something. It's gonna be something basically. Like, it's not gonna be a great thing for Detroit. One less player from Minnesota to really have to game plan against and protect against. So Sam Darnold could probably rest a little easier. But I think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna end like nail biter at the end of the game, kick, field goal. And I'm gonna go actually maybe like 17-14, a low scoring game. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna go Detroit in this game, even with the loss of Hutchinson. I think it's one of those games where you kind of rally emotionally with your team, even though you lost your big defensive star. Haciel score, that's kind of where I was leaning to. Nothing high scoring. But Sam Darnold, credit to him. That Vikings team, they're still really, really good. But, I have them losing to another really, really good team. I'm going to go Lions on this one. We'll go like 17-21, maybe. Something like that.
I'm also gonna go Lions. I believe I had them ahead of the Vikings before the season started. I'm not sure if this bye week is gonna, if it's going to be a good thing for the Vikings. I feel like they've been pretty hot. They are gonna, I guess, be a little healthier, so that should work in their favor. But I just feel like that Detroit has a lot of momentum right now. That bye week they just had clearly was a good thing for them. And I just feel like they're a well-oiled machine, and the teammates trust each other enough to pick each other up when they lose a play like this. And Dan Campbell, he's just such a great speaker, man. He's gonna know exactly the right thing to say to get these guys to come prepared on Sunday against a divisional rival for first place. Yeah, it's gonna be a great game. 24-21 Detroit.
Listen, I like that call. I like Detroit as a team, and what you just said right there, that dude rallies them. OD. You see how that team celebrated their last win? You see what they did for their coach? You see how they rallied behind them? That's a locker room that's in unison, that believes in them. And yo, when you have a locker room like that, that bye week is going to affect the Vikings for sure. I feel like it affects a lot of teams, especially somebody as hot as them that we thought was going to lose 2 weeks ago. We keep doubting them, but at some point, that's going to fail. And if it's any game that's going to happen, it's going to be this one. Like Cesar said, high stakes. A team that just lost somebody, they're going to, like you said, Roberto, it's going to be an emotional time for them. But Dan Cameron's going to make them come by. I think he's going to have a game plan. I think he's an amazing coach that can rally a group of guys that people can sweep under the rug. I'm going Lions, and I'm going 17-24 Lions.
Nice.
So it sounds like we have pretty much the same same range. We're respecting these defenses. I see. Respecting these NFC North defenses. I like it. All right. So the next game here, we have a rematch from the Super Bowl. The Kansas City Chiefs at San Francisco. Who y'all got?
It's a hell with defense. I'm going Chiefs 42-17, baby.
Okay.
Wait, you going what?
I'm going Chiefs 42-17. No more defense loving here going on. Enough of that.
It's surprising
Damn
because
it.
the 49ers have a good defense. I'm going Chiefs as well. Score, I'm going to say 28, 23, 24, something like that. Chiefs.
Chiefs.
You going Chiefs too?
Yeah, I'm going Chiefs. I'm not going to pick against the Chiefs until they lose. They're coming off a bye as well. This team, on the other hand, I think the bye is going to be good for them. They're a little banged up.
I think so too.
So I think I think Andy Reid is going to throw the kitchen sink at these boys, and they're going to be tight. They're going to be tight because you don't give Andy Reid 2 weeks to prepare. You just don't do that.
I think Cesar's going to go with me and pick a blowout. Do it.
Damn.
35-21, Cesar. You got it.
31-21.
31-21?
Yeah.
2 possessions.
Yeah.
I got 35-21. I see Patrick Mahomes walling out. I see Andy Reid having that game plan. I got 35-21 Chiefs. I'm not picking against them. You got me fucked up.
Basically, yeah. Chief sweep on this one.
Yeah. I don't like putting them in our schedule, but
yeah, I would have picked the 49ers if they would have had the running back
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey, but he hasn't played this year at all.
Yeah, that's a big question mark for that team.
Yeah,
the running game. So, and the Chiefs defense, we talk about Andy Reid all the time, but that other dude, that defensive coordinator, is this Steve Spagnuolo? Yeah,
Spagnuolo, yeah.
Former Giants.
He has been.
He's been cooking up game plans for
him. He's like Bill Belichick-esque on the defense. Like that's like he literally won rings just by being a defensive coach.
That's a hard team to beat, guys. Kansas City is just they don't beat themselves.
Yeah, and their offense hasn't even been clicking yet. Imagine when it starts clicking.
That's the scary part.
Yeah.
That's the scary part.
Mahomes is having a bad year, kind of.
Yeah.
He is.
They're technically not good right now.
But he made
the way it could be.
He made Juju Smith-Schuster look like a top 5 receiver last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, well, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Hopefully, San Francisco shut us up. So now we
want to go 1-3 this week.
Huh?
You want to go 1-3. You want to give people a chance to catch up to you. You're such a good guy.
No, I just want to see good football. I want to see a good competitive league. It gets boring after a while. Keep picking the same team.
Yeah.
I want to get humbled. That's all. I want to get humbled. We were gonna touch base on the Jets and Steelers, that Sunday night game, but Since the Jets have a losing record, we figured this other game has the tiebreaker. But
By
yeah,
the way,
yeah.
I'm picking Jets in a blowout for that one too. I know we're not picking it for this, but Jets in a blowout.
Nice. Speaking of which, the Steelers.
35-6.
Okay. Hey, it could happen. Hopefully, the Jets defense respond.
How many TD touchdown passes do you think Davante Adams is going to have alongside Aaron Rodgers in their first game?
I think 2.
2.
I would go 2.
That's a good call. I think he's going for 3. 3 passes, 3 touchdowns, 180 yards. You know where I heard that before? The last rated to switch teams and go over to that division. Sorry, Hasio.
That's right. I think the Steelers, though, their defense is good, and TJ Watt's a problem. So the Jets are going to have his hands full, though. But
They
if
are.
they could,
They are. And they also have a great coach.
yeah, if they can negate some of that by running the ball and do some play actions to Davante, I think the Jets can win that game, though, for sure.
What do you think of that they're trending towards starting Russell Wilson in place of Justin Fields? What do you guys think about that move? And let me know if you want me to go first, because I have my thoughts.
Well, I find it interesting. I'm not gonna let you go first, because if you go first, you're gonna kill it, and because I know you. I'd rather not go after you.
Okay.
But I think it's interesting. But I trust Mike Tomlin in making decisions because he's a great coach, one of the best coaches in the NFL. Maybe he sees something that we don't see. Maybe he sees like Justin Fields trending downwards, and maybe Wilson puts him in the best position for the rest of the season, for the stretch run, so to speak. But we'll see. I mean, the offensive game plan, I'm assuming, will slightly change because Wilson is a veteran presence. But they play somewhat similar styles where, Wilson maybe doesn't run as much as Field, but he did at some point in his career. But we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how that dynamic works out moving forward.
Yeah, I feel like with Russ, well, we've gotten to see Justin play for about 6 games now, and I believe he's only had like 1 really good game out of those 6. So I feel like they're winning, like almost in spite of having a kind of a predictable offense. The most unpredictability he has is his legs. Like that's probably what teams kind of worry about the most with Justin Fields. But his accuracy hasn't been all that. His reads have been off. He would have like a wide open receiver, but he'll try to, thread the needle on a tougher throw down the field, and it's not even accurate. So I feel like with those down the field throws, Russell Wilson has been one of the best throughout his career. I feel like now the playbook is going to expand a bit because I think Russ is, even in his time in Denver, he's looked better in the pocket than Justin Fields has in these first 6 games. So I think that's their ceiling goes a little bit higher with Russ. I don't think you can go deep into a playoff run with Justin right now. Not the way he's looked. But with Russ, who knows? Maybe we can see the 2014 Russ, and we're gonna get to see the 2014 Rodgers against the 2014 Russ in Sunday Night Football.
Oh, snap.
Like
That'll
that'll
be
be
crazy.
dope. Like we just have like a crazy barn burner of a throwback game there. But yeah, and as a dude that has George Pickens in his fantasy team, it's been really disappointing that Justin Fields hasn't been able to find my mans. It's like the dude is super talented. There's no excuse for it. I think they definitely need to clean stuff up in their offense, and I get it. They're 4-2. You don't want to make a big change like that when you're tied for first place. But you sometimes you got to look at your team in the mirror and be like, all right, are we gonna really make a deep playoff push run with what we got right now at quarterback? And to me, the answer is no. So you got to make a change. Plus, Russell, I think, was number one quarterback in the depth chart before the season started. So
Yeah,
Mike Tomlin knows what he's doing.
yeah, I trust him.
So I kind of agree with what you said, Roberto, about Mike Tomlin knowing, having some insight of what's going on at the quarterback position. I think Russell Wilson, if he's healthy, he should play. He's definitely more experienced, can probably get the ball out there more than Fields. But I think they should still play Fields in some packages. Like, don't completely negate and put him on the bench. Still use him because he can break a 50-yard run, 80-yard run
Bring it back to
easily.
the
Yeah,
Wildcat offense.
yeah. Why not get creative?
Especially in the goal line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely they should definitely try something like that. But I think they'll be awful. All right. Either way, I think they're gonna win a game. They're gonna not that game, but they're gonna win games regardless.
Hold up, fellas. Dad duty's kicking in.
Aye.
Yeah, I could keep going though.
Aye.
What do you
I
think?
agree with what you said. Mike Tomlin been a head coach for a while, black head coach for a while. You don't just get that just off name. So that's what he's saying. He's seeing something in practice, and like you said, Cesar, you need something. You're not playing for the regular season. You're playing for the regular season. You already lost. You're playing for the playoffs. You're playing a win over there, and you need something that's proven that's going to work. And if you're not using such a talented receiver the way you should be using them. Stats aren't there the way it should be. Then you need to make a change. And I think Russell Wilson could get that going. Your fantasy team's going to score more points, Cesar. I'm happy for you.
Thank
I
you.
mean, that's very important. I'm pretty sure that Mike Tomlin had that in mind, too, when he was like, how are we doing Cesar like this? My man's breakdown is way too legit. We gotta make sure he's good. Russell Wilson got you. You want to take care of that this week, B? Give them
Thank
a
you.
call. I know you got all their numbers on speed dial, everything like that. So just let them know if you're gonna start them or not.
Thank you, Mike. But don't get me wrong, though. I'm still a believer in Justin Fields. I'm still a believer in Justin Fields. It's just not right now. He hasn't shown me enough.
Yeah, and I think he's in the
this is my
perfect.
job.
I think he's in the perfect situation. You know, he got the experience to start while Russ was out. He kind of saw the system. He saw some level of success, which he did not see at all in Chicago. He was just getting his ass whooped and beat and knocked over every chance. He barely got a chance to throw, period, because the team was so bad around him. But, he got the chance to see something different. And I think moving forward, this is going to help him out in his career.
Yeah, definitely. Just got to keep developing, keep paying attention, keep learning.
Yeah.
Get your timing down right and throw your best receiver the ball.
Yes.
That being said, the game we picked is not
right.
this one. But Ravens Bucks staying in the division.
Right. We're staying in the AFC North a little bit, but yeah, the Baltimore Ravens at Tampa Bay and Baltimore again. We see each other again.
So see them all the time.
I think I'm gonna surprise you guys with my pick though. I got the Bucks winning.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I got the Bucks winning. Baker Mayfield, he looked like he's out for blood. I know the Ravens offense is great, but the Bucks have a pretty good defense, and they look like they're clicking on offense. He got weapons that he could throw to, and he doesn't look like he's taking any shit this year. And I'm kind of proud of him because they sent him off to die out there in Cleveland and in the Panthers, and last year he kind of proved himself, and he's continuing to prove himself. And I'm a Ravens fan, and I'm picking against them. So I think if the Ravens are going to lose a game, they're going to probably lose this game, and it's going to be a close game. I got it like 21-17 or something like that. Yeah, I think Lamar might just not have it together in this game or something.
Hold on. So you need to tell me that the man that should have a few MVPs to his name at this point isn't out for blood every season. This man is consistently one of the best dudes ever. Baker Mayfield, I feel like he's always out for blood. I love his confidence. But Lamar Jackson, I feel like Lamar Jackson is just somehow, some way, he's rated the right way, but he's also underrated in certain. It's like how you going against this guy. Him with Derrick Henry, I'm not picking against him. Alcio, I love your breakdown, but you lost me at the end right there. I'm not gonna take any kind of Lamar Jackson disrespect. Lamar Jackson, by the GOAT himself, Tom Brady, always acknowledges him. He's always like, yo, that's that dude.
Yeah.
I'm not picking against him. For sure.
That's a great way to put
I
it.
got your team up, you know.
That's a great way to put it. This dude is elite and underrated at the same time.
I don't understand it ever. It's every season they do that.
Crazy.
Yeah. He don't really got great receivers.
He hasn't won, but he's what, 26? People are like, he hasn't
Yeah.
won. Yo, dude is like 26, 27. And it feels like he's been around forever.
Yeah. And I think his record against the NFC is like 15-0 or something like that. So I'm really going on that edge right now.
Yo, that's wild, son.
picking the Bucks to beat him.
I'm gonna go with the Ravens. I think Derrick Henry is going to have 150 rushing yards in this game. Lamar is gonna add like another 100 yards. It's gonna be I'm not gonna say blowout, but they're just gonna run like crazy in this game.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry's a beast, by the way. And back to the Cowboys real quick. They messed up not even talking to Derrick Henry because he wanted to be in Dallas. So they screwed up not offering that man a contract.
They wild.
Who you got, Sisson?
I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens as well. Derrick Henry, I believe he's a touchdown waiting to happen. He is the McCaffrey of this year. I think that is the safest bet you could do on any FanDuel, DraftKings, whatever. Derrick Henry, anytime touchdown. Easiest bet you'll do on any parlay. Thank me later. This dude scores every single game. And he does really good on these night games too, I've noticed. So I see that dude running wild this game. Baker's the real deal. I think he's going to be right there in the MVP discussion the whole year. He has a lot of great weapons, but I just trust Lamar a little bit more. I think I got Lamar in a higher ranked than Baker right now. And he's playing, like Irvin said, he's on a mission. He feels a little slighted. He wants to get over the hump. The only dude I pick against Lamar right now is Pat Mahomes.
100%.
Yeah.
Yo, I have a question. If the Bills and Jets got these two receivers for chump change, why couldn't the Ravens trade for them? Is it because the receivers didn't want to go there, or they didn't try to trade for them?
Well,
because they need receivers.
I wonder if it's one of those things, not to kind of switch sports, but like in baseball, there's a Yankee tax where if the Yankees are going after a certain player, the team trading this player will request a package from the Yankees that's bigger than if somebody else was trading for that player, any other team. So like they call it the Yankee tax. So I wonder if it's something like that, maybe. Or maybe the player just didn't want to go. Like Davante, I think it was written in the walls.
Yeah.
You know, he was going to end up as a Jet unless someone completely blew the Raiders out the water with an offer.
Like Amari Cooper? Couldn't get Amari Cooper? Him and Worthy?
I hope the Ravens get a receiver. I don't know who's available at this point. Like, I don't know like what's out there rumor-wise, but I hope the Ravens can land some type of receiver that's like a game changer.
Hopkins, maybe?
But it's also like, you know what I mean? If you get a third round, getting a third round from giving a Davante Adams to the Ravens, you kind of like, I feel like you seal the landscape right there. You're kind of throwing away any kind of aspirations you might have or any kind like, and do you really want to do that? Do you really want to end the season at that point? Because if you throw Davante Adams, something like that, or even Amari Cooper, and that's not to disrespect them because, you know, Davante is Davante and Amari is his own talent, like in his own right. But that kind of just, I feel like teams like Ro alluded to, the Yankee tax, it's not a Ravens tax, but it's like we're not about to just give you the Super Bowl tag.
Mhm.
We're not about to just throw that at you.
Okay, that's fair.
Like it could have been like even the Chiefs, they need a receiver. Maybe they called the Raiders and they were like, "Nah, you got to offer us a first or a second."
Yeah,
But for
you in
the
the
Jets, it was
division
like,
too.
We're
yeah,
not just gonna give you a Super Bowl for a 3rd round pick. The Jets,
exactly.
y'all might not, y'all really might not do nothing, but
Yeah,
Like the
and if
Jets are going, it's an uphill battle for the Jets at this point with the losing record, the Bills playing the way they're playing. So like it's like, all right, cool. Like this move might make you a playoff team, a contender, but not necessarily a Super Bowl favorite.
got it.
that journalism, Haciel, on point. 10 out of 10. That's a question, B.
Appreciate it.
Man, with me.
Yeah. But now, fellas, good luck on your games.
Thanks.
Any last thoughts before y'all catch these L's?
Go Giants. I was disappointed in the Giants. I'm not gonna lie. I was very disappointed in them. But what else is there to expect from them right now? They could have won that game against the Bengals and kind of just didn't really try to.
Yeah, maybe the return of Malik Neighbors might help.
Yeah, I hope so. I got him on my fantasy. Need some touchdowns.
Yeah. Go Pack,
Yeah.
go.
Go Jets. FYI, switching sports real quick. Dodgers Mets. Dodgers are up 2-0 going into the fourth.
Damn it. Still got time.
And Yankees are up 2-0-2 in the series. Woo!
Holla.
Just had to throw that in there.
The Mets being down 2-0 early doesn't scare me because once the 7th, 8th, 9th inning hits, that's when you got to worry about them boys.
Yeah.
Them boys rally, B.
Yep, and they're at home, so game hasn't started yet for the Mets.
That's funny. That's cool. Oh, yeah.
But yeah. Thank you everyone for tuning in.
Thank y'all. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank y'all.
All that. All the above.
And wash your chicken. Wash your chicken.
I was about to mention, y'all might be wondering how my chicken is doing. My chicken is doing well. Yeah. I'm just making the sauce for it right now. Feel me? Chicken masala going on, B.
Like lemon, vinegar, water.
Yep, exactly. You got to let it sit there for a bit. You don't just sprinkle it on and then just leave it alone and then just take it out and start cooking it. Or you don't just take it out the pack and do it. Yeah, let that shit sit, B. Let it sit in these juices. I mean,
sazon.
This is why we get along, because we clean our chicken, we season our chicken, we cook our chicken. We get along.
And we eat that.
But, so next time.
Next time, yeah.